Close up on a bottle of Conti de Salisaglio Amarone della Valpolicella, 2007. The label features the Count's full heraldic achievement and one of the OG arched-topped windows of the facade of Verona's Palazzo Salisaglio. John Bernard Philip Humbert de Salis, 9th Count de Salisaglio, T.D., John de Bury, Graf v. Imperial, Holy Roman Empire, arms of the Counts de Salis, as seen on the base of a now dismembered statue put up in Chiavenna in honor of Peter, 3rd Count de Salis, a popular 1770s governor of the Valtelline. A Count of the Holy Roman Empire, Reichsgraf, created by letters patent dated Vienna, March 12, 1748 for envoy Peter de Salisaglio, 1675–1749, of Chia and Chiavenna, and his son Jerome, naturalized British in 1731, by Emperor Francis I. John de Salis was the only child of Lt. The grandson of the British diplomat, Irish landowner and Catholic reconvert Sir John Francis Charles, 7th Count de Salisaglio. His earliest years were spent at 10 Priory Walk Kensington and 26 Rodion Crescent Roehampton Gate, SW15. His father died when he was under 2 and his mother when he was 5, his stepfather when he was 10 and one of his 2 paternal uncles when he was 4. His paternal grandparents had also died, in 1902 and 1939, so he was subsequently brought up, inter alia, by Franco-Belgian cousins in France, the widow and family of the 3rd Duke de Magenta at Sully in particular, his remaining paternal uncle in Wiltshire, and his Veronese maternal grandmother, Teresa Vignola Presti. He was educated at Downside, read law at Corpus Christi College, Cambridge, LLB, 1972, and LLM, and was called to the bar, Gray's Inn, 1970. Later he was a tenant and then door tenant, at 1 Brick Court Middle Temple, EC4, and from 1972 lived at 12 First Street SW3 and then from 1975 in 2 houses knocked together at 28 Upper Cheney Road Chelsea, SW3. Whilst in London he was also a member of the Board of Management of the Hospital of St. John and St. Elizabeth. Alongside learning and practicing the law he served in the Cambridge University Officer Training Corps, QAC, the HAC, within the Territorial and Army Volunteer Reserve, then in 1972, after meeting its then Colonel, Viscount Monckton, one of whose sisters-in-law happened to be married to one of John's first cousins, transferred to the 9th/12th Royal Lancers, Prince of Wales S. He was with them in Northern Ireland and retired a brevet major in 1988, having circa 1984 been awarded the Territorial Decoration. The combination of law of war, humanitarian instincts, soldiering and some family precedent, his father had been the Knight of Justice of the Order of St. John of Jerusalem delegate for the revision of the Geneva Convention in July 1929, lead de Salis to became the delegate of International Committee of the Red Cross Missions in Middle East, Beirut, 1982, Africa, Rhodesia, and head of delegation Iraq 1980–81, Thailand 1981–84, Cambodian refugees, and their special envoy in Lebanon 1982. In July 1983 de Salis wrote, "It is a heartbreaking fact that ICRC, being essentially concerned with the victims of armed conflicts, is more directly concerned operationally with the relief of suffering rather than its abolition." On leaving England and moving to Switzerland he became a special officer in the Swiss Army's Panzergrenadiers, and set about a new career as a financier, as partner of Gautier Salis ETCIE Geneva 1989–96, Vice-Chairman Bank Lips Zurich 1996–98, Managing Director European Capital Partners, Switzerland, SA 1999, and as Director Amadeus SA Geneva 2000. In the meantime he had taken over his grandmother's 160-acre farm in the Valle de Bury, Mezzane di Sato, and developed it from dairy to vineyard. By 2010 Conti de Salisaglio Wines Verona had taken shape, partly inspired by his courageous and visionary Valtelline cousin Conti Cesare Sertoli Salis of Tirano and Milan, 1952–2005, and his canoeus sforzato, akin to Valpolicella s Amarone. John's 18th century ancestors, 3rd Count Peter in particular, had also been growers of hemp and vines in 18th century Valtelline. In addition to the above, Count de Salis was a sometime member of the British Association Order of Malta, had the gold medal with swords, Beirut, 1982, was a Knight of Justice Constantinian Order of St. George, a Knight Grand Cross Order of the White Elephant, Thailand, and an hereditary Knight of the Golden Spur, Eques Oratus, 1571. He was next male representative of Charles, second and last Viscount Fane and Baron of Loughweir, aka Lochgar, and of Vice Admiral Francis William Drake, of Hillingdon, sometime Governor of Newfoundland 1752-4, younger brother of the last Drake Baronet of Buckland Abbey, and thus heir general of Admiral Sir Francis Drake himself.